I'm at Serpent Mound, somewhere in rural Ohio. The largest effigy, ground earthwork effigy ever created on the planet, using thousands of tons of earth brought to this special spot in the center of an asteroid crater. It's pretty weird, right? It's in the shape of a snake, a serpent, with a head that is facing directly west, looking at the summer solstice sunset. There are other astronomical alignments in this Serpent Mound that make this thing look like it was built by a sophisticated civilization. Somebody who, followed the stars and the planets and all that, and had, obviously a way to mobilize a large group of people to make such a thing. Sophistication is underlying all of this. It's one of the weirdest things that we have in North America. They do not know how old it is. They have radiocarbon dating that's 2,000 years, but the radiocarbon dating does not come from the mound itself so much as surrounding remnants of people that have stayed near the Serpent Mound, which that could be anybody. Someone could have came here and just set up camp for 100 years, That doesn't mean that civilization or that tribe or whatever was the actual builders of these things. This is one of the weird things that I like to nerd out on. There was a civilization, I think, on this earth a long time ago that was obsessed with looking at the sky and then recreating what was going on up there on the ground, aligning mounds and pyramids to solstices and equinoxes. Super, super sophisticated shit. These were astronomers, architects, engineers, much more advanced than your typical hunter-gatherer culture. This particular Serpent Mound, some people theorize, is actually laid out on the ground in the exact shape of the constellation Draco, which is a snake or a serpent that's in the sky. Some of the bends of the coils of this snake align to some of the stars that are within that constellation. This shit is so freaking fascinating, and I want to climb all over it, but I'm not allowed to. For free, I will offer to mow the lawn here. That way I can walk all over it. I thought it would be taller, by the way, these mounds, but they're, as you can see, let me get a little, they're kind of like, so this is about how tall they are. This points directly to the summer solstice setting here on this side of the creek, which is below. Now I'm on top of the man-made structure that they built as like a lookout tower to the Serpent Mound. As you can see behind me, the coils of this fabulous earthwork effigy. Architect from the past, obsessed with playing with dirt and mud, such as I was as a child. It's one thing to go from just making little mud patties in your backyard to something like this, though, right? See, the coil of the snake is behind me here, and then the head of the snake is at the bottom of this. And we made the trip around it. It's about a half a mile walk. You made mud pies, Kev? Kevin claims he made mud pies. He grew up in St. Louis where there was nothing there but dirt. Well, I guess it's our lucky day, because while exploring the perimeter of the Serpent Mound, I found a very ancient artifact. As you see here, Native American ritualistic symbol. Probably was adorned by a princess or a native queen. I'm gonna probably sell it on eBay. I'm not supposed to dig around the Serpent Mound perimeter, but I don't listen to archaeological rules. I got lucky today while digging. I discovered some ancient teeth. As you can see here, the people of this area obviously had blue bones and looks like fangs of some sort. Would have been a hit during Halloween. Very lucky and fortunate to have found this ancient structure, clearly from the natives of the area, perhaps the builders of Serpent Mound. I'm gonna guess they used this area for live hip-hop concerts. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're ever in Ohio, please check out Serpent Mound in Peebles, Ohio. Peebles. I mean, this is where it gets. Life in the fast lane.